Hey, welcome back to this video, and we'll be talking today about calculating velocity. So velocity is the number of points that a team is able to complete in a sprint. That's really simple. So looking here, there's a team that's done 22 points, and they have 5 points that are almost done. For that team, the velocity of that team is 22 points, right? Next sprint, same team. They finished 26 points. They had 8 points that were almost done. The velocity of that team is 26 points. Getting a pattern here? It's not 26, 34, right? As a rule, I don't do math in public, but they pulled 34 points in, but they didn't complete them. So they should only get the points value for the points they completed. In the next sprint, they pulled in 27 points, which is a little aggressive because they only completed 26 in the last sprint, right? So they should have pulled in only 26 or fewer points, but it looks like they pulled in 27 points. So they only completed 24, and they had 3 almost done. They only have a 24-point velocity. So you only get to take or get credit for, or whatever you want to call it, the points for the stories that are actually 100% finished, done. They meet your definition of done as a team, and your product owner has accepted them as done. Done, 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 done. There's no alternative. I was in a meeting, a sprint review meeting, where we were talking about the stories that were finished, and the lead developer said, we have a 13-point story. Yeah, 13-point story. 16 points is not a regular story. They had a 13-point story that was almost done, and I said, okay, well, we won't include that one, but we'll, you get the velocity of this. And he was like, no, Joseph, if I wasn't sitting in this meeting, I would be done with that story. And he was quite indignant about it. I said, I'm sorry, this is how we calculate it. You'll get the points. It'll even out. You'll get the points in the next sprint. It's okay. And he wasn't happy with me, but I stuck to it. And it took them, so they carried that story over into the next sprint, which is always bad. You don't want to carry stories over. In the next sprint, it took them the entire sprint to complete that story. So the reason that we don't give you points, those points for stories that are not complete, is you don't know what you don't know, right? You can look at it as the 80-20 rule. It's that last 20% that takes 80% of the time, right? It may feel like it's almost done, but it's not. I do woodworking, and I'll look at a project, and I know that to put this thing together, maybe I'm making a stool or a chair or something, I know that to put this sucker together is going to take me 3 days. But the finishing work may take 6, because it's all built, it's done, but it's not. It's that last little bit that always takes you more than you think. So that's it. You get points only for what you have actually completed. So then you would look at the last 3 rolling average and look at their average velocity is 24 points. So the next sprint, team, don't take in 26. Pull in 24 points. It's what you can do. Don't pull in more than you think you can do. Why did that change? All right. So here, looking at multiple sprints, you can throw in if this is a chart just out of Excel, you can just throw in a trend line. And that trend line will show you the moving average. This looks like this one was averaged over 4. I look at usually 3, the last 3 sprints, and that's your average sprint velocity, right? So that's how you calculate your sprint velocity. Sprint velocity is then used to calculate the duration to get the work done. If you don't understand exactly what I mean by that, go back and watch the video about planning, and you'll see how to use points as a dynamic schedule indicator. And it's also used for sprint planning to decide what work to pull in, right? Only pull in as many points as you have done in the last 3 sprints. You might pull in an extra story as a stretch goal. That's totally cool. I don't mind that. But recognize that it's a stretch goal. And don't kick yourself in the butt for not getting it, right? All right. That is how you calculate and utilize velocity.